Of a parent-teacher conference, ready to indulge in those I wish I could say that moments? You're in luck because you've just pressed play on the top-rated teacher comedy podcast on the planet. It's time for Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. Here's your host, the teacher comedian himself, Devin Siebold.
Hey-o, Crying in My Car, podcast for teachers. My name is Devin Siebold. And I've got my good buddy, Mr. Greg, the Angry Texan Parrot, in the house. Greg, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
Awesome, man. It's good to have you here. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I did. I did. It was slow.
Yeah.
We had some good bands and it was just
Nice.
Nice weather, I guess.
Yeah. I got to spend some time with the family a little bit, and had plans. Plans changed. Last week, I got Last Second Gregory's Comedy Club in Cocoa Beach, and was going to take the family up there. But, man, the rain was crazy in the afternoon, and we were going to want to go to the beach and hang out. The last thing you want is to be stuck in a hotel room with a 5 and 6 year old child and them have nothing to do, And so we decided just to stay local and hang out. But I still had the shows. The shows were awesome. The shows were sold out. Gregory's fantastic comedy club over in Cocoa Beach. Mike Lee, former co-host of Crying in My Car, opened. He said he's going to come back on the show and do some more, some more shows here with us. And also we are live on Facebook and on YouTube. Hello, Kate. How are you? And it's interesting, man, because getting back up on stage, it took me I had about 2 weeks off where I didn't perform. And that Friday night show was good, and the Saturday night show was great. But Mike hasn't performed in like a while, and he first night struggled a little bit. It wasn't anything like struggling to get the laughs. It was just simply struggling to remember the material, and he almost forgot to do his merch pitch. And it was
get back in the saddle.
Yeah, you just got to
stage rust,
right? But
it happens.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a blast, and it was cool driving with him, catching up with him, and seeing what was going on in his life. And so I enjoyed that. Now I got an interesting week ahead of me. I'm performing in downtown Orlando, Soto District, Mills 50. I don't know where that's at, Mills District.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I know where the Milk District is. That's what I thought was originally. I thought that was a misprint. I was like, oh, he's going to the Milk District.
No, Mills. Yeah, Mills Ave is where it's at. But it's myself and James John. We're doing a little show in like a wine bar down there. We did a wine bar last time. This time I think it's a brewery. And they're just having us go around to all the local. It's the people that book the area, like all the entertainment. I guess they work together to help out all the businesses. That's fantastic, by the way. They're the ones that book the entertainment for all the businesses to make sure there's not overlap and everybody's getting, good business. So kind of neat. Now I will say this, man, I've got an interesting last second plan that just came about. So I have no kids this weekend, and I looked and I have nothing on the schedule. And I got a message from my good buddy, Tom, who I golf with all the time and hang out with all the time. And we golf some of the best courses. We played TPC Sawgrass, and Tom's a good guy. Tom has a vacation home up in Pennsylvania. And he just messaged me out of the blue. He goes, hey, man, you have any, time that you might want to come to Pennsylvania over the next 2 weeks? He said, we can just golf all the golf courses here. And I was like, oh, no, probably. Wait a minute. I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I don't get the kids till Monday afternoon. I don't know. Let me look. And I looked at flights. Do you realize flying Frontier to Syracuse, New York is $39?
Yeah.
So I was like,
how are they making money when my gas prices are going up?
I mean, it was like $119 to add on the works package because I do have to take my golf clubs up there, and I have to take, carry on, and I got the priority boarding, even though that was dumb because I look at it came with the package or I would have never bought it. But, I look at the plane, I think there's like 8 of us on it. So I kind of do worry it's going to be canceled because it's a massive plane and the seat selection shows 8 of us. So out of maybe 200 seats.
You should be getting there faster. It's a very light flight.
Very light flight.
Except for all these clubs in the bottom.
So I'm flying up there, man. I decided, you know what? I'm going to fly up to Pennsylvania, and it's a beautiful area up there. It's Montrose area, which is, I guess, New York. I don't know. Binghamton. is what he
okay, I know where you're at.
Beautiful area, and he lives on this beautiful private lake that only like 6 families live on, and they have like a pact. This lake is untouched, bro. Like there's nobody allowed to even be in it. They don't have any motorized vehicles. Every single person actually has like, they have a pact to where they have people that are monitoring like the lawns and everything for the runoff for the water. And they have local, it's such pristine water that they have local colleges that go out there and actually sample the water and look at the fish, because it's like as pure as you're going to get.
Can you fish there?
Dude, you can. Yeah. And you can see like the bottom. You can see the bottom, like the deepest part. It is so crystal clear. So I can't wait to go up there because it's been warm all summer long. So hopefully it's a nice warm lake that I can swim in.
No, dude. And, you're a dirty Florida boy. They ain't gonna let you pollute that water.
I know, right? But the cool thing is, last time I was there, and I don't know if I ever told you this, but this was the coolest thing. So I went up there and hung out with him one time. We did a show, and I hung out for a few days. And we went to the local country clubs and had some good food, and I met all his friends and everything like that. It was cool. And me and Tom, good buddies, nicest guy in the world. And so anyways, last time I was up there, we went for a walk, and every morning he goes on a nature hike. So the actual lake is a massive lake. There's 6 houses on one side. Tom owns the entire nature conservatory on the other side, like massive amounts of acres of untouched land. And it's his. He owns it. And he actually owns like a bunch of property up there. Like he took me to this area. He's like, this is the, 20 acres that I go to shoot. And he has like a whole bunch of stuff, set up to shoot, and his shotguns and things like that, skeet shooting. So, anyways, we go on this nature hike. Every morning he goes on a nature hike, and he's like, I see a lot of, cool animals. It's untouched wilderness. And so we were walking along the nature hike, and there's this little like old kind of bridge, but it's just over. It's not a bridge over water. It's literally just leveled land. Like it was like a dip. And so somebody put like wood there to walk over it. And as luck would have it, I'm walking over the bridge, and I trip. And one of the planks comes up on the bridge.
It hits you in the face.
No. I look in there, and there is a note in a bottle. And I was like, what is this?
Jimmy Hoffa is buried at this location.
Well, that's the interesting thing. I pull it out, and it says, congratulations, you have found the secret treasure map. And it said, here is your first clue. And the first clue was like, you're going to walk north until you see a slingshot tree. And beneath the slingshot tree, and the way the sun would set in the west, you would find the shadow of the next clue. And so I looked at Tom, and I go, we have to do this. And he's like, yeah. He goes, let's do it. So sure enough, we followed up the trail, and we were like kind of thinking, okay, if the sun rises over there, where would the shadow be? There's a slingshot looking
tree. The elder
tree.
moon will be upon us.
Dude, and then of course, like we go to this log, and there's a log, and we lift it up, and sure enough, there's another clue in a glass bottle. And I was like, what is this? And so it was all very old, and I was like, this is amazing. So I found the next clue, and I've took pictures too. I'll share them online because you won't believe it. It's really awesome. And so I literally find it. I'm like, this is awesome. Tells us where the next clue is, and there was probably like 6 or 7 clues. And luckily I was there with Tom, because there was like 2 or 3 times where we like countered each other, and I was like, no way, bro, it has to be along this wall, because of this. And sure enough, it'd be there. And then there's other times I'm arguing, I'm like, I think it's over here. He's like, no. He's like, it would be over here. And sure enough, it was over there. I would have never found it on my own. He would have never found it on his own. And we get to the last clue, and man, we had a hard time with it, because it was like, you're going to come to the fork in the road, and you're going to see the stone that looks like this, and it's under, the treasure's underneath the stone. And there was a million stones. Like it was all, I was like, no way.
So we're going back up here to finish the treasure.
Let me tell you this, man. We looked and we looked and we looked, and finally I went up on this like top of the stones, and I was looking around, and I go, I think that's it. And I walk over and I like pull the stone out, and sure enough, there's a box. And I was like, in my head, I'm thinking,
was it the Titanic?
No, I'm thinking like Goonies treasure. Like I'm about to uncover, something massive. And I open it up, and to me, and Tom, it was very anticlimactic. To me, it was very exciting. So apparently this was like a treasure hunt that has been going on among kids in the area for years and years and years, possibly decades. And it says in there, it says, take a treasure, leave a treasure. It says, whatever's on you, you leave something to other people can remember you by, take something, that you want to pull with you to remember the treasure hunt. And there was the coolest, like little toys and old, like things like a yo-yo, but like from the 60s, and like some of the neatest things. Like I have a picture of it too when I opened it up. And it was all like notes, and then people that had signed it. And there was like 50 people that had signed it. I think that a school, like, somebody had passed around school as like a thing. And then they had all came to this area to do it, and over time. And, maybe people like, guided other people to it years later, because there was some modern stuff in there. I think when I signed it, because it had a pencil in there and like a thing and the date that you found it, I think I signed it. And the next one was like somebody started dating it. And I think it was like 3 years earlier. So it had been sitting there for 3 years.
Yeah.
And I put it back, but I put something in there. I don't remember what I put in there, but I did put something that I had on me in there. And I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. And Tom was like, Tom all of a sudden turns into Tom, old man Tom. He goes, this is cool and everything. He said, but all the clues are hidden on my property. He said, I've had kids going all over my property. He goes, there's probably some liability concerns. He's turning into old guy Tom. And I'm like, come on, man. It's a nature preserve. Let
Be
the
a kid a little bit.
Let the kids have some fun. He's like, I think I'm going to take the treasure and just get rid of all that stuff. And I was like, no, don't do that.
Don't be that guy, dude.
So I talked him out of it. I was like, it's just kids. And he's like, well, he's like, maybe I'll put up a little camera so I can just at least monitor, if hopefully nobody gets hurt. And yeah, Sherry said, it sounds like geocaching. It is geocaching, like geocaching. I don't know if you say it the right way, but it did have some coordinates on it. And I think that was kind of like something that used to be real popular. When it first started, when people first got GPSs, geocaching was like cool. And now it's kind of like died down because it's so easy to find things now with GPS. This one I thought was pretty cool because I think the first clue was geocached. Like you could find it by somebody posting on the internet and going, hey, it's at the clues are here. The rest of them were traditional, like, look for the sitting bull shaped shadow in the east. And that I thought was pretty cool,
This will be the last light on Duran's Day.
Yeah, it required some thought. And so I'm excited because I can't wait to go back up there because I'm going for it again. I forgot where everything is. I don't remember any of it. So it's been, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. So I go up there and I know right where the bridge is. I'm going to get it. And then I'm going to see if anybody's found it since, or if I'm the last one that's signed it. You know what I mean?
You should sign it. And then like at the last clue, extend it.
What should I bring? Should I bring one of my reply all things that I sell online?
Or no, bring one. And on the back of that,
crying in my car sticker.
If you find this, find me online and we'd love to hear your story.
Yeah, I'd love to hear how they found it. That's true.
And then put clues that go back to Tom's house and bury something in his backyard.
I told Tom that. I said, I think I'm going to geocache it, but I'm going to have like something underneath your Porsche to where the kids are like, you look outside, you've got children crawling underneath of your vehicle.
It's underneath his mailbox and they're like,
they're digging up the mailbox and throwing it out.
That would be funny.
But I thought it was so much fun.
We should do one here in Winter Haven.
We should. And that's something to definitely look into, and then just have it to where people can try to find it.
And then just make up others, like it'll be at the top of the Andes igloo sign. And then there's kids up there trying to climb it. Like, kids, get off there.
But I just thought it was neat. So I'm going up there. I'm going to play golf. I'm a little nervous because I've never traveled with golf clubs. So I was looking up golf bags, like travel bags.
Yeah. I've been actually getting ready to do that myself.
Really?
That's why we didn't play a whole round in Texas. No one wanted to, because I'd brought golf clubs before, but my bag got damaged. And I think one of my clubs, my old set, had gotten something wrong on the handle or something.
You got to have almost a hardcover case that's gonna.
You do, and or also one of my friends, Brad, this guy in Texas, he would wrap his golf clubs with just each individual one with just bubble wrap.
Yeah,
he just grab them and then put them back in his regular golf bag.
I thought it was interesting how to take a golf bag. I even looked, even Frontier's website, and I looked at Delta too, because I was like, well, maybe I'll fly Delta, maybe I'll fly. I got points for other stuff, and it's not like they treat golf bags as like just a regular item.
Yeah.
Like, because people have to travel with them if you're a golfer. And I've always thought that, like, oh man, if I travel with a golf bag, it'd probably be like $100 extra. They probably charge a fortune for that.
It's regular price.
It'd probably be better just to rent the clubs. And yeah, it's not. It's actually just regular. I treat it as a regular bag.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool.
Scotty,
now it makes me want to play golf wherever I go.
Yeah. Scotty has, when he comes to see me and he brings his golf clubs, he puts all of his clothes in that same bag because there's actually a little extra room in those hard covers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll just fold up like 5 or 6 clothes, just put it in there. That's his bag.
I've got a full weekend coming up in Myrtle Beach, and that's some good golfing from what I'm told. Good putt golfing too.
Yeah.
I love the putt golf courses.
Well, here's the question, and other people listening online: do you take your regular putter to the putt?
No,
I do.
What is wrong with you?
Because it's my putter and I'm used to it. And I don't like using those stupid. You see, I got a long putter.
We've got so many people unsubscribing from us right now. There's no way you really do that.
Yeah,
you bring your own putter to putt.
Yeah,
you realize everybody there thinks you're psycho.
No, why?
Because nobody brings their own putter. The whole point.
A lot of people do.
The whole point is to have that crappy putter with like the one like shoe shaped metal
blade. No, I see my putter is a blade anyways. Now, like if I had like one of those giant ones that looks like a space station on the end of it,
cheating,
no, I'm not. It's not cheating, dude. I ain't messing up my putt for a cheap game.
It's not a cheap game. It's fun. It's just fun.
I know it's fun,
You're
but
not
I'm bringing
getting
my
anything
putter
out of it. You don't have windmills on the golf course.
No, because I refuse to let my fiance beat me in golf.
See that now you know it's cheating because now you know
she gets close every time. She's beat me before with it, but
you turned it into I don't want to be beat, so now we know that there's giving you an edge.
Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but
okay.
Bring your putter. We'll go do a putt together, and we'll see how good we.
I'm not bringing my putter because I'm not a psycho.
I'm going to beat you.
I would use their putter.
No, I'm not using
use their golf. Do you use your golf ball? Do you come in with a Titleist Pro V1 and play that?
I don't do that.
No? Okay.
I would, and then maybe replace it at the 18th hole because you don't get that one back.
Are you like counting strokes? Like, oh, this is a man-made hazard, And
well, whenever
like, it's all man-made hazards.
Now they do have that in Orlando and some of the Disney courses. Like, oh, it just got through raining. There's a water puddle. I'm gonna just drop on the other side of that.
Unbelievable. I'm never taking you to Fantasia mini golf.
Oh, I love Fantasia. That's Angelina and I's first date.
Really?
Golfing. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, all right. Let's go ahead and go into teachers in the news.
From classrooms to chaos, we searched high and low for the craziest teacher stories this week. Here are your teachers in the news.
All right, teachers in the news. We've got some interesting ones and some sad stories. Obviously, things are kind of different nowadays to where it used to be like, oh, fun and games and positivity. And I have a hard time finding positive things nowadays to talk about in the news. But we got some good ones and some bad ones. There is a teacher who says that he quit his job because of the masks mandate. I haven't seen that yet. Sometimes you hear some teachers go, I'm going to do it, I'm going to not. But apparently, this parent that was not in favor of the mask mandates said that he quit his job teaching and is now teaching his children and other families' children in his home. Apparently, there's a group of them that were like, he said, I was looking forward to them having a normal year and being able to be kids. I can't imagine first graders thinking when they look up seeing a teacher's not wearing a mask that they have to wear one. So that's really the big thing that pushed me out. So apparently teachers didn't have to wear them. But again, they're vaccinated. So, I mean, if you wanted to do by the science, but I think the teacher should have to wear one anyways. Then
but I will say teachers are sick of masks. They are.
Yeah. But, well, this is where I get kind of mad about it, you know? So all right, fine. You don't want to wear a mask. You don't want your kids to wear a mask. Quit your job. Fine. If you want to go start a homeschooling business, go for it, whatever, you know? And then I would have even maybe supported him and go, okay, whatever, your preference. I don't think you're right on this one, but whatever. Except then he goes on to say, oh, and by the way, the flu is a bigger health concern.
All right, I want to punch that dude in the mouth.
Now you start to, he's like the flu and this and that. And
I've, in my entire life, maybe I've known one person that was in their 60s when I was younger that died of the flu.
Now, he was assessed a liquidation fee, apparently. But here's the thing that makes me so mad. Why as a society, do we continue to applaud idiots? This guy was assessed a $1,000 Kimbler. So he had a $1,000 fee and decided that he was going to, and then he went ahead and started up GoFundMe to help Austin raise $20,000.
So you get that money back.
A lot more people were applauding him for, I don't know. Sometimes I think people get knee deep in stuff and fight emotions, and then when they find that their emotions the wrong direction, they're down on their stupidity. But that's just the way it is. But you know what? I don't care. He's not anymore. Good. Next one. This one is interesting. I thought this was going to be different. Oh, sorry. It might be glitchy. It might be. Sorry.
Yeah, it is.
It is. We froze. Sorry.
We froze a couple of times. I noticed. But
oh, we did. Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good.
Hold on. We'll wait for just a second. It says the connection is unstable, so it's picking up now. We're in a very old building, so we'll just hopefully.
The building is called Diversity.
Yeah,
it's a
there
very
we go.
Old wooden ship.
All right, we should be back. We should be back on full strength there. All right, so this is an interesting one. There's a teacher that apologized for a homework assignment due to its insensitivity. Now, immediately when I see those articles, I go, oh, they probably said something racial. They probably said something, controversial or had something, political on it. Not this one. This one's an interesting one. It was an economics teacher. Now, I'm going to read you the question. You tell me what's wrong. Okay. Now, this is a guy from Whitesboro High School. Here's the question. You've just graduated from college and have found a great job locally that pays you $36,000 a year. You want to get your own apartment, but your mother worries about you and doesn't want you to get shot in Cornhill. You must have a car to get to work. Budget your money, assuming your taxes coming out of your paycheck will be 18%. Use the form below to fill out the budget sheet.
Live with your mom for a little bit. $36,000 a year. You might want to save up just a little bit.
Well, did you see anything wrong with the question?
Yeah, being shot in
Cornhill. So yeah, he was.
Hold that. Wait.
Now he was making a reference to obviously a dangerous city nearby.
Yeah.
The funny thing is we all know our dangerous cities nearby. The cities that you don't want to go through and at nighttime, and we all have them. I don't think he should have put it on the assignment, but I also don't think there's anything necessarily insensitive about it. Is some places are very dangerous. And, I think that needs to be addressed before we try to, go on the sensitivity tirades of, oh, well, you can't talk about how 88% of the violent crime happens there.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? Here's my thing. If sometime in the near future, my stepkids, one of them's going to go to college. What if he decides to go to college in Orlando? What if he says, hey, I found a really cheap apartment. It's not too far from where I'm going to college. It's in Pine Hill. Immediately after he just said the word Pine Hill, and possibly like, oh, I just take OBT down to you're not living there.
It's a tough area.
Yeah.
I've lived in tough areas. I know that, I've lived in areas where one of my apartments, my downstairs neighbor got shot and killed during a drug deal gone bad. some areas are more dangerous and you're much
Yeah.
more likely to get shot. And it's just the thing. I don't know. People making them apologize. Should it have been on the test? No, shouldn't
Right.
have been on the test. Is it that big of a deal? Like they're calling for him to be fired?
No,
It's
not.
some areas are more dangerous. I mean, they just are. They're just
Yeah.
more dangerous. I mean, there's parts of New York where you go, hey, I'm gonna go, take an Uber to go see it, and the Uber will go around certain areas.
What if he had reworded it and didn't put Cornhill, but like his mother doesn't want him to live in this dangerous area?
Yeah, a dangerous area.
Yeah.
But again, you're still trying to shelter the fact that apparently Cornhill is a bad area, and it is. I googled it and it says 88% higher crime rate than the rest of America.
Yeah.
So apparently there's a lot of crime going on there. Can we address the crime rate problem first?
Yeah.
Is it poverty? Is it systemic racism? Is it something going on within the city that gang violence or drug problems?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, let's
And how did we come to
maybe-
the how did we come to the name Cornhill? I mean, was this
I
at
don't know.
one point like, well, all of our corn comes from that hill over here?
I just think it's so frustrating to me sometimes that we have these very large problems in the United States, and yet we tackle them by going after the smallest, most weirdest problems. People celebrate statues coming down, but it hasn't stopped police brutality. Let's figure that out first.
Like the Cleveland
there's-
Indians. Hey, let's make a big deal about it. But hey, go Florida Seminoles.
Well, the Seminole, yeah. The Seminoles are a Florida, brand.
Right.
But again,
They're getting paid.
If it's negative, I honestly, Redskins was a derogatory
that
term.
was a little bit. But see, if they'd been paying the Native Americans to say, hey,
But here's the thing.
They weren't.
On those lines, we have changed the name of the Indians. We have changed the name of the Redskins. Have we helped the actual reservations in North Dakota where there's literally thousands and thousands of disenfranchised Native Americans that we have neglected? No.
Yeah.
So we solve
No.
these trivial little problems and we leave the big problems still intact, and we go, oh yeah, you're poor and you're struggling to make ends meet. Okay, well, you know what, we're gonna change the name of the football team. That'll make it better, right? No.
Yeah, and meanwhile, over at the Seminole Hard Rock Casino,
It's
Chief
owned by the
Chief
Seminoles.
Running Denim doesn't care about any of that.
Yeah, well, they make a fortune, an
Exactly.
absolute fortune.
And
So
they all wear jean jackets. Have you ever seen their pictures on the wall?
no, I
You
haven't.
would think that they own Levi Strauss itself.
Well, I'm sure that's a cultural thing. I don't know. All right. Next, Pine Island Academy extended day staffer who aspired to become a teacher has died. She was 20 years old and suffered a heart attack.
Oh, man,
A
that's
heart
horrible.
attack. Yeah, a heart attack. Anyways, they found a hole in her heart when she was a child. She had a surgery. Everything seemed to be fine. Apparently, just it wasn't, something else was wrong. There is a tribute that has been created to raise money for her. I would suggest donating to that one and not the guy who decided to quit his job because he didn't want to put a mask on. And her name's Haley Price. If you Google Haley Price, it's actually American Heart Association. So I think that they're raising money in memory of her.
Yeah.
To go to the Heart Association, which I think is even better. That doesn't go to the family. That goes to other people who can hopefully we can prevent tragedies like this from happening in the future. So, if you want to donate her name. Haley Price is her name. Sad, man. 20 years old.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
That's way too young.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Math teacher. This one is the one you sent me. We finally have a positive story. And I haven't followed up on him to see how he did.
Yeah.
But a math teacher quit his day job as a teacher to play golf. Apparently, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
And, I guess he qualified. He used to be a middle school math teacher at West Iron County Public Schools, and then he qualified. He resigned on August 7th to pursue his dream. His last day was August 22nd. Just a few weeks later, he made the cut on the PGA Tour Champions. Unbelievable. He had a 10 under 61. 10 under 61 is amazing.
Yeah.
This guy's a beast.
Just remember the Champions Tour is like where that's like all the older, like they call it the seniors tour. But it's not. They don't call it that anymore because they're getting sick of like
being
hey,
called seniors.
Hold on a minute. I'm 48 years old. I'm not.
Let me tell you right now, you can't start calling things senior tours anymore, especially when you have Tom Brady out there throwing 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions at age 40. Oh my gosh!
Who literally just said online that he is going to try to play till 50.
That guy's unbelievable.
He's
he doesn't
amazing.
age, but that's the thing is you can't call. Imagine him on a senior tour,
Yeah,
in the senior league. So, anyways,
he's a good golfer too.
So this guy, I do have the results. He finished on Friday 3 over with a 73. He was tied for 72nd. He said he had a nervous start to his day, but his first shot was one of his best, helped set the tone. And he said he had goosebumps being out there playing for the first time. I'm sure this guy, I mean, if you can play a 10 under 61, I think we're going to see some big things from this teacher on his debut. So, yeah. Apparently, he did take a leave of absence from 2003, 2005 to play golf full time, according to the PGA Tour. And he returned to teaching, but continued to compete. And I guess he's just really owned his game in. Probably TikTok helped him get better.
Yeah, maybe.
I do so many TikTok.
Well, see, I sent you that story originally because you had interrupted my working. And by blowing my phone up with a video and I'm going around the corner, yeah, what's up, dude? And you're like, dude, like there's a band playing behind me. And you're like, look where I'm at. And I'm like, you're on hole 14. Oh, wow, you drove the green, you know, on a par 4.
On a par 4, drove the green, by the way.
Yeah.
Those of you watching this that know anything about golf, yeah.
308 yard par 4, but that's still impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And he finished with an 88. And I was like, oh, let me send him this inspirational story. And then we went and played, and I was expecting to see all this again.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, we're right back to where we were last time we played.
Still beat you. But I had a few bad holes. I had 2 blow-up holes. You don't want the blow-up holes.
Yeah, the blow-up holes did not help. And God, man, that 90-degree cart roll throws me off. And then I play bad the whole game.
Yeah,
that's it. What's up, Joseph?
So anyways, looking at this too, one last story. As the Taliban took over, she sent a message to her old teacher to see what happened. Apparently this Italian educator reached out to her former Afghan students. She used to teach in Afghanistan, and apparently she was able to help 3 of her students and their families make it out of Afghanistan. And after the quarantine, they were reunited with their teachers. She's an Italian teacher, so teachers helping out them. I don't know what happened to the other students. You know, you kind of worry because in the video I did see that the teacher, she's female and she was helping other students, and the students she was reunited with are female as well. And I know that from what I've seen on the news and seen and heard that they don't take too kindly to women getting educations. The Taliban, anyways, it's not something they value. So hopefully those kids are out of there, or at least, protected or trying to stay safe. It's just a terrible situation. Hello from South Korea. Michael is in South Korea. So cool, man. Awesome. Good to have you listening. So, yeah, man, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on with teaching. I'm doing 2 new videos this week, by the way. I got one on why I left teaching, and then I've got one that is a little bit different. So I started working, helping out board teachers, and board teachers is getting a new video, an exclusive video. And this one's a little different, something I've never done before, but it's the life cycle of a teacher's assignment. And you're going to see that one debut as well. And also on TikTok, I've got endless videos on TikTok. I'm doing well over there. TikTok's enraging though. I don't know if you guys know this. I think I've detailed this before. My phone's over there. I'd even show you. Hold on, let me get it because I want to do this live on the air. So hold on 1 second. Let me show you. Are you on TikTok, by the way?
Yes, I'm on TikTok. It would be nice if some people would start watching my videos, The Real Angry Texan. I've been doing some bartending videos because I remember my days of bartending. But yeah, just check them out, The Real Angry Texan.
All right. So
but yes, Devins are hilarious.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok now. Let me say this. I love TikTok. Love it. TikTok is full of sensitive people. Let me just say that. You send
me about 10 videos a day, and it's always stuff where somebody could probably be getting arrested or breaking something
well, there's a lot of sensitive people on TikTok. Let me say that. So I'm going to do this live. This is the Creator Fund, and you can't really see that, but this is the Creator Fund. So let me show you. Yesterday, I'm going to do so let me look at the analytics. So yesterday alone on TikTok, I had 994,000 views. Okay. 994,000 views on TikTok yesterday. 145,000 likes, 2,584 comments, 31,000 shares. Big numbers. Now, if I were to get that exact number on Facebook or YouTube, it would make thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and look at this. So this is the creator portal, and I'm gonna click on it right here with you guys. Creator fund. Here's what I made yesterday on TikTok.
That right there's some passive income, my friend. That's
$5.23. I made barely enough to.
I love how they put
my
like
phone.
a celebratory
Woo!
Yeah, in the back of it, with like streamers. Like you're gonna have a party after the $5. I'm gonna have a party with that $5.
Every day you log in, it shows you exactly what you made, and $5 is heavy hitting, over on TikTok. So when people see that, they go, oh, you've got 100,000 followers, you got millions of views. They're like, wow, you're making a lot of money.
I'm doing big. If I lived in Mexico,
I made $5. So I made the same as I did as a teacher.
That's funny.
That's true. Double my teacher pay on that one. But yeah, it's interesting for sure. So yeah, Jamie. So Jamie from Jacksonville. Let me tell you one thing. Yeah, she says I was a high school biology teacher for 18 years. So I'd take this year off, try and determine what I'm gonna do next. So I did a video yesterday on TikTok, and the video yesterday on TikTok was me using an ESPN thing, and it says, when people ask why you left teaching after 13 years of bad pay, crazy demands, and no admin support. And it was funny. Got a few thousand views. Got let's see how many views I got. 40,000 views. So 73 comments. Let me just tell you right now, my video is all about why I left teaching, and it was just funny. I get literally so many comments on this one all of a sudden of, I'm nervous, this isn't the field for me. I'm in year 2. I quit after 15 years. This is my 13 years. As soon as I get my next job, I'm out. I'm thinking about it. This is rough. I'm at year 5, just got tenured. I want out. 6th year teaching, 8th year in education, not coming back next year. I need to leave today, 11 days in, and I'm done. My fiance just left. All these reasons. When the good ones leave, it's bad. What career are you in now? By the way, somebody put on there what they do now, and there was probably 30 teachers commenting under it going, how do I apply? How can I apply? How can I, get that job? 26 year for me. I'm retiring this year. I don't know what to do. It's scary. I quit right before the beginning of the school year. 21 years and I'm retiring. 2 years in, but still out, period. Just did this after 10 years. Never felt better. 9 years for me. Can't do this anymore. And I'm not skipping around, by the way. I'm going right down the line and reading the comments.
That's just sad.
This is A, terrifyingly sad, and B, terrifyingly alarming, because we're not going to have any teachers left.
Yeah, it's going to be droids.
And these, no, droids.
Dude, seriously, I'm picturing like C-3POs. Welcome to class, everybody.
Maybe that'd be cool. But
it'll end up being a felony if you damage one.
That'll be the next TikTok challenge. But so yeah, it's sad, man. There's a lot of teachers leaving the profession. A lot of teachers leaving. And the thing that worries me is it's not like, hey, this was my first year and it wasn't right for me. These are teachers that are established teachers who are good teachers who have been around. If you've been in the game 15 plus years, then you're pretty good.
Ooh.
It's not an easy thing.
Michelle.
Yeah, it's felt it in his soul, been teaching for 22 years. Yeah, there's a lot of teachers leaving, but we're losing good ones, and we're bringing in ones that are less qualified because they're lowering the standards to get in the classroom. So now they've got, substitutes, permanent substitutes, and teachers that are working on their degree that probably will never finish, that might just go through 3 years of the provisional certification.
And I just want to ask Jack Cody, like, how did you do 50 plus years of teaching and still doing it
again? And this is what bothers me the most. And I am not a political guy on here. I'm not political really on my Facebook page in terms of a comedy page. My personal page, I get political on, but I'll play both sides of the field. We elected a educator first lady into the White House. When is it going to change? That's my biggest frustration is like Joe Biden. I voted for him. I would like to see some change. It's getting worse. I mean, like, nothing's been helped. We haven't even had the money pumped in that's supposed to be helping and giving, better pay in schools and everything like that. This was supposed to be a revolutionary thing. Teachers were so excited when we saw
That's
First Lady.
the one thing that everybody kept talking about was like, no matter what your affiliation was, a lot of teachers voted for Biden
because of Jill,
just because of that factor.
She's back teaching, and she's teaching at a college where she probably makes a decent amount of money, and is afforded a bigger, budget, and has things a little bit better under control. I would like to see her come teach in a Title I high school that I was in, and see the conditions now and the morale and what teachers are going through, and take home that teacher paycheck. And then tell me, what needs to be done, because it's not happening. And I that's the sad part is I want to cheer it on. I want things to be there, but come on.
I really, that's the thing is and you hear it from, and now they have that stupid TikTok challenge or whatever's going on where people are tearing up bathrooms and stuff. Like teachers have so much to deal with.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you right now, I would not have, you couldn't do that TikTok challenge in my school because we never had soap dispensers that were on the wall. Like ours were broke off. They were broke off a long time ago.
That challenge had already been done.
Yeah, we didn't have anything. Like we had a urinal break and then another urinal break, and they literally tore the urinal off the wall, put paper towels into this raw sewage, pipe, and left it there for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
There was an open raw sewage pipe in the bathroom with urinals just torn off the wall where the urinal had broke. That was their maintenance guy that came in and removed it because they thought they would replace it, and they never got a replacement. And so they just kept an empty sewage pipe on the wall with a paper towel shoved in it.
Is this the high school from Lean on Me? I mean, is Morgan Freeman going to show up with a megaphone? I mean, I feel like that's about to happen.
Maybe. I just had the biggest Charlie horse.
I know. I saw that.
Oh man, that hurts.
I saw your face
this morning. That'll be a good replay. But yeah, and Lakeisha says, you know what? She also has Secret Service. Yeah, that's a good advantage to have in the classroom.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk back to me? I feel threatened.
All of a sudden you see a black out the door,
right? Oh man, that might be pretty good. But yeah, thanks, Michelle. I appreciate it. Saying the videos or teaching are always spot on, make me laugh. Good, thank you. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I want more. I think that teachers deserve a little bit better. Like I said, I mean, I always have the desire to go into politics, but I just don't have the wherewithal when it comes to what do I do? How do I do it? And then also the kind of stuff that my kids would go through. I always see them, like the way they make fun of Barron Trump and things like that. I don't want that kind of pressure on my children.
Yeah,
that's not good. I've never made fun of the kids of the presidents. I just think that's unfair. But
no,
but a lot of people do.
I'm gonna make fun of him because the dude's got more. That kid will have more money than anybody in the world. Of course, I want to make.
When he grows up, he's fair game. Right now, let's let him live his life as a child.
Big kid for just dude. He's like 7 foot tall now. He's not a kid anymore. The kid could.
My kids are going to be 7 feet tall in a year. What are you talking about? So anyways, no. All right. It's been fun. Be sure to subscribe on patreon.com/cryinginmycar for all the updated podcasts, and you get videos in advance, and also you get tour dates in advance. Greg and I are going to be in the Villages next week. And then we also have, I've got shows in Myrtle Beach, Michigan with Adam Ferrara. Everything, by the way, is now on classroomcomedian.com. I'm moving Devon Comedy over, but classroomcomedian.com is really it's cool. It's a good site. I put it up and it's got the full tour dates and all the extra bonuses and stuff. You got anything, Greg?
Yeah, Margaritaville 8th and 9th, and then I've got
that's right.
that's going to be a good show, and then a couple other things coming up. I'm getting ready to go back to Jackie Knight's new place. I'm going to be going to compete
in St. Augustine.
Yeah, it's a new venue that she's got. It's called the Pelican or something, or the Drunken Pelican or something. But I've decided I'm going to go. I haven't done the Jackie Knight's comedy competition forever, and the new one's coming up in October. And
let me know when you do it, man. I'll maybe see if I can go host it.
Yeah, dude, I kind of want to just go up there and play golf for the day and then go, dude, bro.
Okay,
let's make that plan.
All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in to Crying in My Car podcast for teachers. Be sure to share with your friends. New videos out this week, and we'll be back next week.
Be sure to subscribe and rate this podcast 5 stars. Submit all your awesome teacher stories to cryinginmycar@gmail.com and check out Devin on tour. Info and merch can be found at devincomedy.com. Support the podcast on patreon.com/cryinginmycar and get exclusive weekly bonus episodes. And tune in every week for more hilarious stress relief for teachers right here on Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers.